Yo, what's up, Jujutsu Kaisen fans? Today we're exploring something absolutely insane. Yuji's domain expansion. Can you believe it? Our boy finally pulled it off in chapter 265. And let me tell you, it's nothing like we expected, like at all. This isn't your typical, I'm gonna blow you away with my cursed technique domain. Nah, Yuji's coming in with something completely different, and it's gonna blow your mind. It's like he invited Sukuna to the most awkward family reunion ever. You know, that one where the cool nephew tries to show his grumpy uncle that life isn't all about world domination and finger-eating contests. Seriously, Gege Akutami is out here changing the game, and we're all just along for the ride. So buckle up because we're about to break down one of the craziest revelations in Jujutsu Kaisen history. Okay, so let's talk about how freaking weird Yuji's domain is. You know how most domains are like, boom, now you're in my world, and I'm gonna crush you. Well, Yuji said, nah, we're gonna have a chat. I'm not even kidding. Instead of some crazy battle arena, Yuji's domain is like a chill hangout spot. It's all about conversation and reflection, which is so not what we're used to seeing. But you know what? It's so Yuji. Like, of course, our empathetic himbo would make a domain where he can talk it out. It's like he took the concept of a domain and said, let's make this a therapy session instead. And honestly, I'm here for it. It's such a fresh take on domains, and it shows just how unique Yuji is as a jujutsu sorcerer. So picture this. Yuji's domain isn't some crazy abstract space or a hellish battlefield. It's literally just his hometown, I know, right? Mind blown. But think about it. What better way for Yuji to connect with someone than through his own memories? We're talking streets he used to walk, parks he used to play in, all that nostalgic goodness. It's like Yuji's giving us, and Sukuna, a guided tour of his childhood. And let me tell you, it hits different. It's not just about showing off power. It's about showing who Yuji is at his core. This choice of setting, it's pure Yuji. It's all about connections, memories, and the simple things that make life worth living. Gega's really out here making us feel things with a domain expansion. Who would have thought? Alright, get this. Yuji straight up admits he has no clue what's going on with his domain. Like zero, zilch, nada. He's just as confused as we are. It's like he pulled this domain out of thin air because he was desperate to beat Sukuna. Talk about winging it. But you know what? That's so Yuji. He's always been the type to follow his gut and figure things out as he goes. It's like his whole journey as a jujutsu sorcerer, right? Just diving in headfirst and hoping for the best. And somehow it works. This domain is proof that sometimes not knowing what the heck you're doing can lead to something amazing. It's all instinct, baby, and Yuji's instincts are on point. Okay, so remember those weird moments with Chozo and Todo? You know, when they suddenly had these fake memories of Yuji? Yeah, that stuff that made absolutely no sense and we all just kind of forgot about? Well, guess what? It might actually be connected to this domain. Mind blown, right? It's like all those random puzzle pieces are finally starting to fit together. Could this mean Yuji's always had this ability to connect with others on a deeper level? Has he been unknowingly using a proto-version of his domain this whole time? The possibilities are insane. It's like Gega's been playing 4D chess with us this whole time, and we're only now realizing it. This could change everything we thought we knew about Yuji's powers. So what's Yuji's endgame here? Why'd he drag Sukuna into this memory lane trip? Well, hold on to your hats because it's peak Yuji energy. Our boy is straight up trying to show Sukuna the value of human life. No, right? Most people would be like, let's fight to the death. But Yuji, nah, he's like, let me show you why people matter. It's so bold, so crazy, and so perfectly Yuji. He's not just trying to beat Sukuna, he's trying to reach him, to make him understand. It's like he's taken every lesson he's learned, every hardship he's faced, and channeled it into this one crazy attempt to change Sukuna's heart. Is it gonna work? Who knows? But you gotta admire the guts it takes to try and talk it out with the king of curses himself. Alright, let's take a tour of Yuji's domain, shall we? We've got all these cool spots from his childhood, and each one is like a piece of who Yuji is. There's the park where he used to play, probably skinning his knees and laughing with the friends. Then we've got the department store that changed his hometown, showing how Yuji's seen both good and bad changes in his life. Oh, and don't forget the farm, that place where Yuji's gramps used to take him, making those core memories, you know? Each of these places is like a chapter in Yuji's life story. It's not just random locations. It's the stuff that shaped him into the Yuji we know and love. Gega's really out here making us emotional over a park and a department store. That's some next level storytelling, I swear. Yo, can we talk about Sukuna for a sec? Because his reactions in this domain are wild. At first we're like, whoa, since when did the king of curses become a flower expert? But then we find out it's actually because of Megumi's memories. Mind blown, right? It's like Sukuna's got this unwanted Megumi wiki in his head now. And let's not forget how he nails that bullseye in archery. It's like we're seeing a whole new side to Sukuna, and it's low-key fascinating. He's not just some all-powerful bad guy anymore. He's got layers like an evil onion. The way he interacts with Yuji's domain, it's almost human. It's like we're getting a peek behind the curtain of the big bad Sukuna. Is this the start of some character development for our main villain? Or is Sukuna just playing along, waiting to drop the ultimate psych on us? Either way, it's adding so much complexity to his character, and I am here for it. Okay, so Yuji drops this crazy monologue about the value of human life, and let me tell you, it hits hard. He's out here saying that life isn't just about fulfilling some grand role, or dying in some meaningful way. Nah, Yuji's saying that even the small stuff matters. Like even if all you do is eat, sleep, and take a dump, your life has value. It's all about the memories you leave behind, no matter how small. And he's not just saying this to be deep, he's living it. This whole domain is Yuji putting his money where his mouth is, showing Sukuna all these seemingly insignificant memories that make up a life. It's like Yuji's taken everything he's been through and distilled it into this beautiful philosophy. And you know what? It's powerful stuff. It's got me reevaluating my own life for real. So everything's going all chill and philosophical, right? We're vibing with Yuji's life lessons, feeling all warm and fuzzy. And then bam, Yuji does a complete 180. Out of nowhere, he's all threatening Sukuna, demanding Megumi back. It's like watching your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man suddenly turn into the Punisher. The mood whiplash is real. But you know what? It shows just how much Yuji's grown. He's not just that naive kid anymore who thinks he can save everyone. Nah, he's learned to be tough when he needs to be. It's like all that reflection and memory sharing was Yuji's way of saying, I understand you, but that doesn't mean I'll let you win. It's Yuji showing he can be both compassionate and fierce. Our boy's all grown up and it's kinda awesome to see. Alright, let's put on our theory hats for a sec. What does this domain mean for the future of Jujutsu Kaisen? Like how is this gonna change things between Yuji and Sukuna? On one hand, Yuji just laid bare his whole life philosophy to Sukuna. That's gotta have some impact, right? But then he also threatened him, so complicated much? And what about the bigger picture? Does this new domain give Yuji an edge in the fight against curses? Could he use it to connect with other characters in new ways? The possibilities are endless. This could be a total game changer for the series. Imagine Yuji using this domain to reach other villains. Gega's opened up a whole new world of potential plot twists, and I can't wait to see where it goes. Let's do a quick comparison, shall we? We've seen some crazy domains in this series. Gojo's infinite void that overwhelms your senses. Mahito's body-morphing nightmare fuel. Higuruma's creepy courtroom. But Yuji's domain, it's on a whole other level of unique. While everyone else is trying to overpower or outsmart their opponents, Yuji's out here trying to understand them. It's like he took the concept of a domain and said, nah, let's make this a bonding experience instead. It's so left field compared to every other domain we've seen, but in the best way possible. It's not about who's got the biggest, baddest curse technique. It's about connection, understanding, and the power of empathy. Leave it to Yuji to turn a battle technique into a tool for emotional growth. That's our protagonist, always zigging when everyone else zags. Alright, let's talk about Yuji's glow up for a sec. Remember when he was just that dude who could throw a mean fastball and eat weird fingers? Yeah, those were simpler times. Now our boy's out here creating whole domains and trying to psychoanalyze the king of curses. Talk about leveling up. But here's the thing. This isn't just some random power boost. Nah, this domain is pure distilled Yuji. It's like he took all the crap he's been through, losing friends, facing monsters, dealing with having the world's worst roommate in his head, and turned it into something uniquely his. He's not just punching harder, he's punching smarter, and emotionally. Can you punch emotionally? Because Yuji's doing it. It's like watching that one friend who used to eat glue in kindergarten suddenly become a philosophy professor. Yuji's gone from I'll eat anything on a dare to let me show you the value of human existence. Now that's what I call character development. Okay, let's get deep for a sec. Yuji's domain isn't just cool, it's thematic gold. It's tying together all these big ideas that Jujutsu Kaisen's been playing with from the start. We're talking about the value of human life, the power of memories, what it means to live a good life. Heavy stuff, right? But Yuji's domain brings it all together in this beautiful way. It's like Gega's using this domain to ask us, the readers, some big questions. What makes a life worth living? Is understanding others the key to peace? Can empathy overcome hatred? It's not just about cool fights anymore, though those are still awesome. Jujutsu Kaisen is out here making us think about life, death, and everything in between. And Yuji's at the center of it all, embodying these themes in the coolest way possible. Alright, let's wrap this up and do some crystal ball gazing. Yuji's domain is a game changer, no doubt about it. It's redefining what we thought we knew about domains, about Yuji, heck, even about the whole series. So what's next? Could this be the key to finally dealing with Sukuna for good? Maybe Yuji will use this domain to reach other characters, changing hearts and minds one memory lane trip at a time. Or maybe it'll backfire spectacularly. This is Jujutsu Kaisen after all. Whatever happens, one thing's for sure. Jujutsu Kaisen just leveled up in a big way. Yuji's not just fighting with his fists anymore. He's fighting with his heart and soul. And personally, I can't wait to see where this wild ride takes us next. What do you guys think? Drop your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe for more JJK content. This is going to be a wild ride, and I'm hyped to experience it with all of you. Catch you in a few days.